Okay, here we are, dynamic movement, tier 3, gonna get spicy. Now, this first exercise, probably one of the hardest leg exercises I've had you guys do so far. It's also one of my least favorites because I'm not that good at them. Long legs equals long way to travel in any sort of squat, right? So it means a lot of energy and a lot of movement when you have long legs. But, I'm just making excuses for myself. It still means that they're important, right? And that's why I continue to do them. Even though I don't like it, still do them. So it's a single leg squat. Now, what you'll see a lot of people, especially in CrossFit, is that they'll drop their ass all the way down to the ground. That is not what I'm asking you to do here. We're going to go to whatever depth is appropriate for you. Now, what that looks like for me, based on certain things that I've already mentioned, my depth is not going to be fantastic, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by balancing on one foot. My other leg is going to be out in front of me like so. So first you have to balance, which is already fun, right? Now once you're balancing, you're going to drive your hips back. Okay? Just like any other leg exercise we do. We begin by pushing our hips back. And then you begin to lower your butt down. And then when you're done going down, you push through the heel to stand back up nice and tall. Again, hips go back. Notice my other leg stays out in front of me. And then you begin to slowly lower your hips to the ground. Drive through the heel to come back up. Now there are a ton of different variables here that are important. One of which is how stable is this foot and knee? Meaning when I'm going down, is my foot collapsing in and is my knee collapsing in like that? Because if that's the case, that's not good. Okay, we want to keep the foot stable, meaning my ankle's not collapsing in, my knee's not collapsing in, as I lower my hips down. So, as I lower, you'll see I'm wiggling here, but for the most part, I'm going to keep my knee over my foot, especially when I come back up. Now, as you come up, if you need to put your foot back down, that's fine, but do 10 each side, very slowly. Don't rush, don't do more than 10 either, okay, just 10. Now after that, we get into the shoulders a little bit. Now for this one, you want something to rest your forehead on, just because of the way that the nose protrudes out of the face, right? That you need to rest your forehead on something, like so. Okay? Now from here, we're going to do a shoulder controlled articular rotation, shoulder cars, right? Functional range conditioning step. Really fantastic if you're a surfer, which I am. It's also just really good for your posture in general. So you lay on the ground, you've got your pillow for your forehead, your arms are going to be out in front of you like so, kind of Superman position. And what I'm basically going to do is take my arm through this big range of motion all the way to my back and then reverse it. Now, I'm going to go much slower when I'm actually doing it, and I'm going to do both hands at the same time, which is going to make it really challenging and difficult, okay? So watch how slow I move, because the tempo that I'm portraying and doing is exactly the tempo that I'm looking for within you guys. The tempo is what creates a strong joint, okay? You have to go slow if you want to strengthen deep within the joint capsule, okay? That's very important. Forehead down, lift the arms as high as I can the entire time. Come back. Once I reach my shoulder height, I'm going to rotate my thumbs down and back. Now my thumbs are going up and back. Continue. Now I can't go any further back here. Once I can't go any further back, I'm going to place my hands up my back without sliding. I'm going to set them down as high as I can. That's it. Then I'm going to reverse it. Lift, press out, straight back as high as I can. Slowly come forward. When I'm level with my shoulders, I bring my thumb forward, continue forward into Superman, and down. Now, one repetition there took me how long? 30 seconds, maybe more. So that's what I'm looking for with you guys, is keeping the tempo and only doing 5 reps. It's literally all you need, okay? Just 5, okay? Now the very last exercise is going to be basically a hip revolution, kind of playing in between 90-90s like we've done before, but less emphasis on the stretching in this position and more practicing what I'm about to demonstrate. So you start a 90-90 or pretty close to it, and then you're just going to swivel your hips the other direction. So my knees swivel to the other side, which is also changing the orientation of my hips. Internal rotation in this hip now, external rotation in this hip, and then I'm going to go back the other side. But you'll see what I'm doing is I'm continuing to face you, okay? So you're going to choose a wall to look at, okay? I'm going to continue looking that way, do whatever you want with your hands, but then go back and forth with the knees and hips. So the shoulder position doesn't change. So now for this one, you're going to do 20. Okay, that's 10 each direction. Nice and steady. You can go a little quick. You don't want to go too fast with this, but not too slow either. Not like we typically do when we're 90-90. We're working on some fluid movement in the hips there. Okay, so there's the 3 exercises for tier 3. This is the Tuesday workout. Hope you made it thus far. Remember, at least 2 sets for this tier, maybe 3 if you're feeling up for it. I will see you guys on Friday. I hope you enjoyed the workout. Have a nice week.